Meraki again.
Good morning.
So let's start with the evaluation. The first speaker's evaluation, Toastmaster Priya's speech. We have a DTM Subhadip Banik. Let me invite.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Once again, especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Priya. The specific objective was that of storytelling, right? And I'm going to evaluate your speech from the perspective of a storytelling speech itself. Now, whenever I look at a story, there are few elements in a story which attracts the audience or where audience feels that it was a good story. So the first element of that I always feel is the narration itself. And when we talk about the narration, it's not just about what the speaker is narrating, more about how the speaker is narrating it. A simple textbook can be narrated in a very interesting way or in a very boring way itself. So that way I thought you did a very good job. You were moving around the stage because there was no particular thing that you can do that I did this first, this later. So you did not stick to the standards of Toastmaster, which was good in this narration. And most importantly, you used a very conversational language, which felt like she's having a normal conversation across the table with us, right? That was the most important part. So beautifully done. Second important thing is the characters of your story. So be it your mom, your uncle, those people who questioned you and all of that, we felt that we knew those people. We could almost visualize those people itself. And that's where a little bit of that imagery also you brought up, what the scenario was. Though you did not use any specific words, but we knew what the actual situation was and all of that. The third important thing which usually interests the audience, if there is any information in the story that I can take away with that story itself. So there we learnt about the NGOs that you talked about, the initiatives that you went to. Somewhere I was also thinking, why don't I know about it? If now that I know about it, will I also volunteer in such things and all of this? So all of those elements came together very well. Now coming to the improvement part, what you could have done better. First and foremost, I would like to say, as a Toastmaster, don't try to force fit words of the day if you already haven't planned it. Sometimes it may go wrong. And few places you use the word jubilant in a wrong grammatical way. So that, as a grammar Nazi myself a little bit, it struck me. The second most important thing is the articulation of your story. And this is what ties all of the things together. While the articulation of the story was very good throughout the speech, I felt it went a little haywire towards the conclusion of it, because you said it couldn't have happened if that uncle wouldn't have given me that book, but at the same time you said the inspiration was my mom. Now that articulation was contradicting itself, so you could have simply said, though the inspiration was my mom, but I still couldn't have done it if those books were not given to me. So that uncle was a driving force even though my mom was an inspiration. How you articulate is, your idea was right, but how you articulated it was a little confusing. So be a little bit careful on that. Otherwise, the story was very well tied with a very beautiful conclusion. Your narration was spot on, your characters were spot on, the information was the cherry on the cake. Keep doing it for your future speeches as well. Thank you.